check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. We're pointing live from Moneymike in Mount Vernon, New York.
Yes, sir.
We bring to you the NuttinButLuv Show. I go by the name of Moneymike.
Mainovent.
And we got a special guest, rap producer, hit beat maker, my guy Vinnie Idol right here.
Yo, yo.
Yes.
Brothers.
So Vinnie Idol, let's take it from the top. Tell the viewers where you from, man.
From the Bronx, man, Northeast, man. 233rd, White Plains Road. You heard?
Okay, so me and Vinnie Idol got a little history. I'm a little older than him, but we ran in the same circles, like we know like the same people. And I always felt, I'm gonna keep it so real, right? So he does hit beats. We're gonna get to that in a second. But I wanted to do a podcast like about back in 2016, and I had 10 people, this is 2016 now, that I wanted to interview. Vinnie Idol was in the top 10. I'm just keeping it so real right now.
Crazy.
Because I felt like your story was real. You had a story to tell. So Vinnie Idol, real quick. So, get into the people. You from the Bronx. Tell the viewers, where you went to like elementary school, high school, and stuff like that.
Well, definitely it was 103. It was, on Carpenter.
Okay.
And shit. Then I went to Olinville.
Oh, you went to Olinville?
Yeah,
really?
I went to Olinville, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I left Olinville.
So Olinville, a lot of like Boston Road, Bronxwood, and all that.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Back then, it was crazy. It's crazy now, but you remember in those days, man.
See, we talking Bronx stuff, New York
Bronx
stuff right now for all the viewers out here. Okay.
BX,
definitely, man. Yeah, BX. So, just growing up, man. Just BX raised, man, all day. Like that's,
So at what point for you did you like? How did the beat making thing come in for you?
Well, I come from like a musical family. Like my whole family is like very church background. So coming from that, my cousin is Davey DMX. So he did a lot of records, Run DMC, Spoonie G, Curtis Blow. Like his list is crazy. Like he did a lot of records. So I was the first grandchild, so I was like they was always tugging to take me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? My older cousins.
How old is he than you?
They was like maybe in the 60s now. You know what I'm saying?
So he got you by like a good
like
15,
20 years. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
that influence was there.
That influence, yeah.
You said Run DMC, so.
Yeah, I even say older than them, like, you know what I'm saying, Curtis Blow and Spoonie G,
so
he was back then, Houdini doing records with, and he was part of the Orange Crush band, so, they did all the backup records for Houdini, Curtis Blow, Spoonie G, all them old niggas, Grandmaster Flash. They was doing backup tracks for them back then. And he was a guitarist for them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so one thing has led to another. And I always took a liking to it because when we going out to Queens, because he lived in Hollis, so when we go out to Hollis, every time I was there was a rapper at the house. Wow. So every time it was a cookout, whatever, birthday party, he was there. There was always some type of rapper there.
What's the hottest rapper you remember seeing?
Run DMC. That's it, you know what I'm saying?
The whole Run DMC and the DJ.
Yeah, that was it. Jam Master J.
Jam Master J.
Yeah, man, Jam Master J. All of them. Yeah.
Wow.
So I always took a like. Yeah, Russ. I mean, it's stories like I would rather him tell it, but there's stories that they were so close. Like they was giving Russell Simmons socks back then. Like in underwear on a come up, like you know what I'm saying. So he spent time in the crib with my family, like for real. This is like documented. So
this is your family out in Queens, even though you Bronx.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Yes, definitely. They migrated from the Bronx, because my uncle Big Dave, he was doing well. Yeah. You get a little chips, you move out. You know what I'm saying?
What's that? Like Forest Hills out there?
Yeah, Forest Hills, all of that. Hollis,
Jamaica Hills,
Cambria Heights, everywhere I'm at. Yeah. I'm in Cambria now. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay.
So the family just migrated, that side. I was always took a liking to it because I used to always see him come back. He had the fresh new shell tops because that was the trend. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go to the crib, man. It's shit's downstairs, a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take a pair.
What age were you?
I was about, I ain't gonna hold you, maybe like 16, 15, 16.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me what year this was. Like, what year?
Man,
If you
I'm
could
about to
remember.
get me. I can't even remember the years, but you know, I'm
'Cause I'm a
46
year-
now.
I'm a
Yeah,
year nigga.
yeah. I remember the years, man. I smoke a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I remember the age
Younger than
brackets.
you, probably about 86?
Yeah.
85?
Nah, 16. Because I was 13, 88. I moved to Mount Vernon, 88. I'm older than him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in, I don't
Yeah,
even
so
know
this is
what
like the
that out.
90s.
This
like
is-
the
this
90s.
is-
This
this
the
is
90s.
like-
At the 16, this is the 90s.
Early 90s, late
Yeah,
80s. I say
right,
that,
right,
like
right,
late
right.
80s,
Okay,
early
right, right,
90s.
okay. Yeah, early
You know what
90s.
I'm saying?
Okay. So at what point did you, I guess when people such of your stature, y'all get like a beat machine. So at what point, that's when it gets serious, when you get the beat machine. So at what point did you get the beat machine? Because now it's serious once you get that. Am I saying it right or what?
Yeah, but it was still like a process because I don't want to leave out because like no cap, like I was playing drums at 7 years old with my grandfather, and he used to go around touring, singing, preaching. So I was always doing
you was
music and
nice.
was on the road back then. Yeah, I was like considered supposed to be like a little child prodigy and all, because that's all I did, bro. Like seriously, like
the instruments.
that's all I did was play instruments. Even in school, I was DJing
Keyboards.
parties. Keyboards.
That's what's up.
Like that's what I wanted for Christmas is a Casio. I wanted a keyboard. I wanted the first SK1, the sample. You know what I'm saying? I wanted all of that. That was my Christmas list. I didn't want no toys, He-Mans and all that. Nah, I wanted a track machine, bro, 4-track.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
want
right.
something music-wise.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
it always took to my likings, but Dave gave me his first drum machine he gave to me.
Dave, that's Uncle
Davey
Dave.
D, yeah. That was
Okay.
Davey DMX who was doing all the records, my cousin.
Okay.
So I just took a liking to it, period, bro, because once I was, spinning a couple of records and I see the reaction, how it was,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I actually want to make the music.
You want to do it like how?
Yeah, and just a couple of experiences really made me really want to be, want to be a producer, like really watching my cuz.
So your cuz really gave you the blueprint on how to do the beats and everything.
He didn't really give me the blueprint. I kind of appreciate him the way he did it. He just gave me the machine.
Okay, you had to put the pieces together.
Yeah,
And
like
make your own network.
he used to go on tour. Like I used to see him the day before he go, and I'd be at the house. He'd leave me downstairs in the studio. Sometimes I fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You race
Learn
stuff
as
he
you
had
go.
up. He
Yeah,
come
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, you race, but he left me there like hands on. So like, yo, cuz you gotta figure this out, cause that's how he was brought up. Like he learned by ear, and then end up being a master at what he was doing. So, I just had hands-on experience, and that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Word. It was just like that, bro. And ever
Okay.
since then, I wanted something to do with music.
So now, at what point how should I say it? At what point it gets to where it's like, I want to give a beat to somebody, whether it's an underground rapper, someone in the mainstream. Like how did that transition for you go, if you can remember? And who was the person that you was like, let me throw them a track, and then it's like, oh, they blew up or whatever. Like, who was that person?
You see, it took a minute because
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I gotta say, because really I took a liking to I was more of a take care of my homeboys thing, take care of my mans.
Oh, around the way.
Yeah, around the way. So it's
Yeah, 'cause
like I didn't know
everybody
nothing
wants to
about.
be a rapper.
Yeah, I didn't really know nothing about going mainstream and making beats because
okay.
I'm in my mind I got rappers around me every
Yeah,
day.
You were still
yeah.
kind of young too. You was like 15,
Yeah,
16. so you really coming
exactly, bro.
Yeah. So now you doing stuff on the arm for your homeboys.
Yeah, like on the arm, but back then it's all out of love and
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I'm
for
saying?
Sure, for sure.
We ain't
You got
thinking
the
about
equipment,
no
so it's all
money.
good.
Yeah, matter of
Okay.
fact, and even like my friends, they help like certain stuff, bro. Everything played a part on me coming up because friends may have had like old records in their crib, their moms ain't touch
Oh,
equipment.
okay.
So I'm
So
like,
you
yo, your
needed
mom's got
that.
the equalizer.
Yeah, yeah.
She got dust on it. Yo, what's she doing with that? And it took me a couple of minutes to get it from them, but I'm
Right.
like, yo, she got that sitting there.
Yeah.
So I took one from this man's house. My other man go, yo, your
you
pops
pieced
a
it all
dread.
together. Okay, that makes sense. That
Right.
makes
One,
sense.
one of my friends' pops is the dread had a board sitting on the.
Yeah.
Like, yo, your
He not using that? Like, it's collecting dust.
So
Okay,
so that's
gotcha.
how my first makeshift studio came together was pieces from different of friends'
Okay.
houses. Crackheads coming around, yo,
Yeah.
$20 to come with a home machine. Like, where we going?
Yeah.
I got a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And so that's it. Just everything played the part, bro. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? You know, and really, like, wanting to give, you know, do production and give beats out. That really came from playing hooky, man, from school.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
my man John, man, his mom's, we call him Skitch.
Yeah.
We took over her basement. We put a hole in the wall with a knife as a booth.
Oh,
cut
wow.
the sheetrock out.
Wow.
And she used to go away at work, so we wait till she go to work, and we beat downstairs.
Now, I want the viewers to know this is Bronx, New York.
Yeah, Bronx talk.
Your man, what block is this in the Bronx?
This is 234th.
234.
He lived on 234
White Plains
between
Road?
White Plains and Carpenter. Yeah, and I live on
Shout out to
233rd.
everybody from White Plains Road, Bronx, New
Shout
York.
out.
Yeah, shout out
Uptown.
everybody.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the whole
Already
uptown.
Right,
Word.
the whole uptown.
So I got a question. So during that time, right? You had a name, Butterfingers,
Facts.
right?
That did your homework.
Butterfinger, right? Okay. So how did you get that name? That's the one question. And then how did you evolve into Vinnie Idol from there?
The Butterfingers, man. That was like, I don't even know how. Honestly, I don't know how I got that name, man. Like, I know it just somehow I just ended up. I mean, of course, you know, light. You know what I'm saying, light skin. So you know the butter
Oh, the
thing.
Butterfingers, yeah,
back
yeah,
then, you know,
yeah.
everybody was butter something. Yo, that shit is butter. That thing is butter. So I just ended up
Butt on the beats.
Butterfingers. Yeah. Yeah.
Butt on everything. Cut holes in the walls. Do it. Thing. Moms go to work. You know. That's why
Yo,
you got it. Right?
no lie, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes,
You
sir.
know, I
Yes,
take
sir.
your parents' wax in a minute, you know, I need
Right.
that, B.
Right.
You're not
Yeah.
using it, but it's like, once Vinny Idol came later,
Okay.
like, you know, I was doing a Butterfingers thing, and then somebody in LA was using the name already as
Oh,
another
Butterfingers.
producer, yeah, so
Wow.
I just like, I need something
Conflicting
else
interests.
that,
It'd be
yeah,
conflicting
nobody
interests,
can
yeah.
steal, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we had the skis
Kind of like
back
what
then.
Biggie went through.
Yeah.
When Biggie had to change his name, somebody was using the name and all
Yeah, I
that.
tried ran skis and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that, ran boogie and all, because my name was Randy, so I tried all that. Nothing stuck. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Okay,
stuck, B. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So,
So how did Vinnie Idol come about? That's very
That's-
crafty.
okay, well, still, everything really goes to. I got to credit to the hip hop world. Period. That's back then. Everybody wanted to be a mobster.
Okay.
Now, you know, John Gotti was famous. Everybody wanted
John
to
Gotti
be.
was the
Everybody
shit.
wanted to
John
be.
Gotti was the shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
True story.
That's accurate.
I'm coming from that age.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
we want to be a mobster. You know, we had mob style out.
Oh,
you
mob
know what I'm saying?
style.
So it's
Okay,
like
back then.
you got
Okay.
the different names.
You
like,
bring this
man,
back?
Yeah. So then, and my first record I sampled was a Billy Idol record. So I'm looking at the Billy Idol record.
And
Of
that-
course,
that
I
was-
made a
that-
whack beat out of it.
That was your first sample, also, too.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
you know, the beat was whack as hell, but it was like my first record I actually really sampled.
Okay.
So it's like, I said, I look at him like, yo, ain't nobody gonna steal that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I had a little alter ego too, like I'm kind of like a rocker too, like in my, like I always joke about my second life.
Yeah.
I want to come back as a long hair rocker. 'Cause
Okay,
them
okay,
niggas
like
had
that.
wild
Yeah,
beats.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Them
I
niggas,
listen to rock
yeah,
music
they
too,
was,
bro. I
They
love
was
it.
getting the shaking the rockers.
So real quick, what year was that? Because I'm into years, Vinny. Come on.
Damn,
come on.
you going back, man. Yo, I smoke too
what
much,
year
man.
was that with the Billy Idol? Is that like a 91?
That's in the
2,
2000s.
3? That's later.
This is later. This
Okay,
is
that's
later.
later.
I was
Okay.
still rocking with Butterfingers for a
Butterfingers
minute.
from, okay.
Okay, so Butterfingers went all the way up to the like almost
Yeah,
to 2000.
Butterfingers stopped when it's like now, yo, you got paperwork coming. You really need a name now. So you can't. There's
Okay,
another
okay, yeah,
producer
yeah,
as
yeah,
Butterfingers
So
out
we,
now.
We don't want to do that because
Yeah.
there's money coming in.
So it'll be a conflict.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right. So
Okay.
once. That's when the Vinny Idol came along. I just sat there and just put it together. Like, you know what, yo, Vinny, nobody's gonna steal.
Right.
Vinny, you know, Vinny's
It went
Italian
from,
name,
it went
kind
from
of.
Billy Idol.
Yeah, to
and then
Vinny
you put the Vinny
Idol.
on
Yeah.
it.
So I said, nobody gonna steal out of hat.
gonna jack that.
Nowhere
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, and it sounds, you know what I'm saying? It sounds bugged out, but it's
Right, right.
ringing a little bit.
dope.
So I just
Dope.
ran it. I
Dope.
tried it out.
Dope name, yeah.
Yeah, I tried
I'll tell
it
you a
out.
quick story. So I was doing my research on Vinny. I know a lot of people out here, and I was asking the young boys I know a lot of young boys in Yonkers actually that I work with, and I was like, yo, you ever heard of Vinny Idol? And they was like, oh, the dude that did Styles P whole mixtape, like, you know, and I got these dudes by like 12 years. So he was hype. Yeah, he's all over. Yeah. Styles P,
K-Sway.
Vinnie Idol, Vinnie Idol.
K-Sway
This is what he's
also.
telling me. Now I know the story, but he's hype.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, Vinnie Idol from the Bronx. Yo, he bugged out when I told him you from the Bronx. He thought you was from LA.
That's crazy.
He thought this is a Yonkers dude. Thought you was from LA. He was
That's
like, yo,
crazy.
Styles P always shouting him out. Yo, he from LA, right? I'm like, nah, he's from the Bronx. He couldn't believe it.
Bro, I've been in places where brothers is telling me Vinny Idol was a white dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, word, and I'm just letting them talk. Yeah, I know Vinny, I know him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yo.
that's my man. I'm like, word? I'm like,
Sitting right there.
You're like a X-File person. Like, and I bring that up to say, like, is that a gift or a curse that you're looking back on it now? Because the reason why you got on my radar, because I felt like, you know, we about to get into like a lot of work that you did. You know, I checked you out,
okay.
and you did a lot of work with my guy. Shout out to Shooter from Harlem.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jimmy's my guy, and you did a lot of work, and it was like, wow, like, have you ever worked with like Diddy, Jay-Z?
Nah.
So I bring that up to say, why is that? Because like you do phenomenal work. Like what's going on here? But then it goes back to what I just brought up with the whole people not really knowing, like, damn, Vinnie Idol's like from the Bronx. Like they think you from California. Some niggas think you from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, could you have market yourself a little bit more to get a Jigga Man or a Puff recognition? Or like, how do you feel about that?
Well,
do you get that? Do people say that to you or what?
Yeah, but it's kind of ill being a mystery man because, I mean, that still gives people time to dig into what you're doing. So, you know, it still leaves leeway to the people that know now, and then people that don't know later on can learn.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
So, but every time I do an interview, I always say I'm from the Bronx.
Right.
Like they thought I was from YO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's next door. But nah, I'm from the Bronx, man.
Right,
Born
right.
and raised in the Bronx. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Right.
I'm like Honorable Mount Vernon too, by the way, boys. You know what I'm saying? Because all my
Shout out.
studios was in Mount Vernon, majority.
Really?
No lie.
First studio, where's your first studio at?
Mount Vernon.
What
That
block?
was on Sanford Boulevard,
Really?
Sanford and 9th, right on the corner across
Sanford and
from Miss
9th.
Ellie Restaurant.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
a little
yeah.
Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah. Nice.
Right there, that was my
Yeah.
first one. Then where the other building we just passed, where Mess Hall was. You know what Mess Hall is over there? They just built it over a whole bunch of
On
the
Sanford?
side blocks. Nah, this is down by the train. This is on the other side of where we at now. I had a studio in the back there.
On the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it was a bunch of studios there, bro.
Really?
Yeah, and then my last one was right on 50 West First Street. So I always
Okay,
have my
you
lives
Mount
in Mount Vernon all
Shout
day.
out to Money Earning Mount
Yeah,
Vernon.
Mount
Shout out
Vernon
to everybody
always-
in Mount
they
Vernon.
always
Pete
show
Rock,
love, you know what I'm
Heavy
saying?
D, even you too, Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah,
Shout out to all
so,
y'all.
but I dealt with a lot of artists,
Right.
So that's why you said 241st earlier.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like I made it my business to like stretch myself throughout the whole
Right.
uptown.
Yeah, you know a lot of my 241st guys, so I could have just sworn you was from 241st because we know the same. Me and Vinny know the
Yeah.
same people and stuff like that. When our people's passed away.
Yes, sir. Man,
yeah,
overseas
yeah.
and Tory T.
R.I.P. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out for sure.
Yeah. So real quick, hold on, let me go to my notes. Man, I'll ask him a question real quick. Go to my notes.
Yeah, so with the Vinny Idol thing, like you said it was the Sopranos or
Yeah, it was more. Yeah, the fake mob. You know.
Because I'm gonna tell you. So what I heard, the streets say, they say that you found that the record, Billy Idol record, somewhere in a alley or something, and then you was like, oh wow, I'm gonna take this name and I'm gonna take the Vinny and I'm gonna match it together and just make it happen.
Yep.
That's the truth to that?
Yeah, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
like I
wow.
said, and because like I said, I was doing the DJ thing, so I never had records to really sample because I was buying what was hot for the parties back then. So, once that was my first record I found like on the street. You know what I'm saying? I picked it up, took it home, like I said, the beat ain't nothing come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But that was the first one to touch, and I just stared at the album and like, damn, I need a name.
So,
And I just took that.
That's dope. That's dope.
what beat and for what artist you did was the big payout for you? Like a big payout, like you knew, like, oh shit, like they giving me this for this, like.
Honestly, that's a hard one to call because, like, when I came into the game at first, I was doing 5 and better on the album. So I was doing like 5 tracks, and I mean by 5, like I was doing 5 or 6 tracks on the whole album myself, off the gate.
But
Or for whoever album.
Of whoever, like you know what I'm saying? Like we did. Well, the K-Slade joint was first, like the street sweeper joint with the locks. That was like the first, but we was in that same time, we was doing the Chic Luch, the Walk With Me album.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was like really my really first intro, and I had like 5, 6 on his album on the gate. So that was my like real first major payout. Like I can't hold your mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, because it was at the time now. All that time they're telling me I was wasting time. Like, I ain't getting no job.
I'm not trying to get in your.
back then.
I'm not trying to get in your business, but tell the viewers what that check is looking like. What that check is looking
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it was like 60.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, I had management. I had to,
You got to pay certain people, but
it was
Vinnie Idol check 60.
Yeah.
Boom.
And if I knew better now, it could have been more.
Really? Oh, so when you say no better, meaning like maybe if you got lawyers involved and like. What do you mean?
Was that for the whole album, the 60, or just a song, EP? Or like
that was for the 5 joints, the 5, 6.
Yeah, because
joints.
every album he say he doing 5.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
But like if
he
I
get
would have
cut
knew, but remember, I'm new coming in. I don't got no name. I'm looking
you
at
hype.
Swiss and I'm
They
getting
kind of
30
check you
or
like, all right,
40.
let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
got some fire
right now.
Let's get into the studio now.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. I was saying, give me that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But later on, when like I said, I seen the big wigs getting 40, 30,
Wait,
40,
let's
50.
back this up. What year is this, Vinny? I need to know. I need to know some years.
Now this gotta be
That
like
first check.
this gotta be like
60,000,
08. This gotta be like 08.
60,000.
08, 09.
That's some bread.
And the first check was Street Sweepers, right? Basically, that's your first.
That wasn't the big one. That was K-Slade. Pause.
That was your
That
debut,
might have been
basically.
like 3 racks for the K-Slade joint.
Okay.
Okay, that was.
You know what I'm saying? I still take that because I'm coming in from
So
from
that
doing
featured
it in the
the
hood for
The Rocks
nothing.
was on
So
that
which one was the 60? Like what?
That was the Luch album.
Oh, that was the Luch album. That's when they was throwing money around though.
Yeah, but
was
I mean,
that the Luch album when he was on Koch?
Nah,
Oh,
we
that
was
was
on
before
Motown.
Oh, Motown was throwing money around.
Motown Universal.
Yeah, they throwing money around.
Motown. Who was
That
on
was
Motown?
that was a good old days, bro.
Was Kadard on Motown back then? Or he was going by
Kedar
that?
came later. They was dealing with Charles. I think the guy was Charles Soup.
Oh,
Charles.
Kadard came later.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Kadar was more like the big home, like the
Yeah.
press. You know what I'm saying? But we was
yeah.
dealing with Charles. I think Charles Soup was his name at the time. But yeah, B, that was.
Shout out to Kadar. I know
You know?
a few people in the music industry. I get around and shit.
Yeah, he definitely know big names. So yeah, that was it, bro. That was like the first big. I was like, yo, this.
Yeah, that's 60. Yeah, that was good.
But yo, like I said, if I knew better,
Yeah.
you
Took
had
your
guys
time.
still at my age that was getting more than that, bro.
Yeah.
Not saying it's nothing they did wrong, but I'm just saying they was just in a certain better position as a producer,
So-
more known.
So now, for example, I know for a fact, Pete Rock, like when he came up and he started like doing tracks, Nas and all that, like Pete was getting like 40, 50
That's what I'm saying.
for a
Big
track.
dogs.
And it was lovely. It was a consistent like 3-year run, like crazy. Like Pete was buying cars straight up off of what he was getting.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So going into you, like 2 questions. So where's the game at now? Did the game change drastically because of COVID? Did it affect it anyway? And the second question is, answer that first one.
Nah,
COVID didn't mess nothing up.
because the industry was bugging before COVID.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? The COVID just made it something for them to say, to use as an excuse now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But nah, the industry was changing before COVID, bro.
Gotcha.
It was
A lot of people
definitely
was home.
switching.
They found talent when he was home. So you got like
Yeah.
producers popping out of nowhere. I'm home now. Let me just do some beats or something.
Yeah,
Become saturated a little bit.
everything got saturated, bro. And like I don't complain about how the industry is, but they just made it too easy. Like I didn't have all of this coming up. Like I had to go and look for my samples, bro. I dug went and got records. I saved my $5, $6 out of my school money every day to go get a wax. You know what I'm saying? I'm traveling all over different,
Right.
you know, go to different boroughs to go to the Salvation Army to look for wax. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't have, like, I wasn't popping it, so I wasn't going to spend $100 on a piece like Pete and them could do. Like, they could go to the conventions and get the L, because they got the budget. You know what I'm saying?
They got the budget.
But it's just, to me, it's just now it's too easy. You got sample packs, you go give them $10, they giving you heat that you don't gotta search for.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like 1 million of people get touch that same thing. They get touch the same
With apps,
drum
you got
kits.
apps now.
Yeah, like I couldn't ask. Like I tried to ask Buck Wild for some drums like years ago. He looked at me crazy. Like, yo, Vin, you gotta make your own.
So-
and another producer.
No, I know Buck.
You know what I'm
Buck,
saying?
Buck
Yeah.
mess with showbiz and all that.
Yeah, hell yeah. But just how they, I even asked my cuz. Yo, I need
Buck
some
was my
drums.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he did a lot of work on Biggie joint.
Nah, Buck is, Buck is, hell yeah, Buck is the
We had a
man.
little situation on the run, whatever.
But that set me straight, because you know you gotta get your own drums, Vin. Like, you know, that's kind of like their secret sauce. So when you know what I'm saying, right now, the sauce is just out. Once
It's out
somebody
now.
got it, it's
Before-
like, you know what, I'm
before
putting
it
it
was
online.
like, I don't know if I can tell you, but now it's out.
Now it's out. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta play a little harder now, just because of that.
So now, educate me on something. So you sell somebody a track, right? Do you get like royalty rights, or if they pay you more money, you don't get it? Like, how does that work?
Nah, I always take royalties.
Okay.
I don't even believe in that back end thing no more.
Okay.
So I was like,
so you want some royalties?
I want
from
upfront, you know what I'm saying, and royalties definitely. I'm 50%. I'm 50 off the gate. I'm not arguing with that because that's standard. So if you're not giving me no and definitely if you're not giving me a crazy bag, I'm not going down.
Yeah, if
on
you're
my
not giving no
publishing
back,
at
I
all.
want royalties off this.
Because it's like it's not really a guarantee nowadays. Like
Right,
that back
right.
end,
So you need
we
royalties.
sell. Yeah, I need royalties. Royalties is a must because that's how you survive. That's how your family.
Vinny, I don't want to cut you off, but my camera guys, shout out to Mars, Mike. Stay tuned. We'll
Yeah.
come back with some real stuff.
Yes, sir.
So we're back talking to Vinnie Idol from the Bronx, New York, White Plains Road, 230th,
233rd.
233rd, Bronx, New York. Shout out to everybody in
233.
the Bronx.
Super producer.
Good looking,
Get that.
good looking, good looking.
Hit beat maker.
Yes,
Good
sir.
looking, brothers.
So Vinny, so I'm looking through my notes, right? So it was said that you signed to Jimmy Henchman?
Yeah.
Or what was going with that? Yeah, to tell us on that. I don't want to say sign. Maybe you
Yeah,
worked
I
with him
was
and
definitely,
elaborate on that.
I was definitely affiliated
Okay.
back then with that.
Affiliated, good word.
Do my man Spank, rest in peace. You know what I mean? My man Spank is the one who was actually partners with Jimmy at the time before
Okay.
everything went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I definitely was
you did.
in the game with a different
I
type of time.
Well,
You know what I'm
how
saying?
about this? Let's keep it funky and 100. Working with Jimmy, I could imagine. So when you got introduced to Jimmy, did he have game at that time?
Nah, this is
before game.
We're talking about early because when
Who did he have at that time?
this is when Guy and all of that was going.
Oh, you
See,
going-
I'm talking about back Redhead
Oh, back.
Kingpin.
Oh,
they
you
was
going back.
managing. They was those
Okay.
dudes today.
Oh,
Big
really?
Bub, yeah.
Oh, I
so
didn't
it was
know that.
different.
You
yeah,
schooling me on something new.
Anthony
I'm
Hamilton
thinking you
before
like
he blew
more
up.
like the game and all that.
Nah, no. I'm back
Oh,
like
so
after
you
that
back
phase.
then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's when they was like really getting out. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know
Okay.
the game. Like, I was
Okay.
around that time. Gene Griffin and dudes like that.
Oh, okay,
That was their circle.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? So
Gene had some power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it was
Yeah.
a different.
Oh,
bunch
so
of guys
okay.
that came under. it.
So you with Jimmy Henchman affiliate? Excuse
Yes,
me.
yes,
I'm
exactly,
stand corrected.
exactly.
Jimmy
It was
Henchman.
Henchman Entertainment.
Henchman Entertainment.
But we
That's a fact.
once whatever happened between them,
Right.
branched off, and then I
Right.
just ended up running with my man Spank.
Oh, Spank.
Yeah,
Okay, he's like another producer.
yeah. No, he's like just another unsung
Okay, say no more.
hero. You know what I mean?
So now the next question in my notes is they said from Jimmy Henchman you connected with Super Mario. Shout out to Super Mario. That's my guy from
Soup.
Super Mario. So
Yeah,
how
Soup.
Am I saying it right? Did it go
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
The
or what?
timeline is going good. Yeah, it was like that because how I link with Super.
Right.
I don't know who told Super about me, but Super pulled up on my block. Now, remember, Super was doing all
He
the
a
bad
Bronx
boy
nigga. He
stuff.
co-op.
Yeah. But somebody had told him about me that he pulled up on my
Oh, he
on the
came
block specifically
directly.
to come see me.
Directly. Okay. Yeah, because he's smart like that.
Yeah, you know, so one thing to nah, fuck this nigga out. He didn't know who I was talking about at the time. Like, yo, I'm signed to these. He's like, yo, chill, like nah. But then once I told my man, like, yo, Super's trying to get at me, you know, do management. No lie. I told him Friday, that Monday when I went to Jersey to the studio, Super was in the office.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, so now, you know, it's a small world. Everything's plugged in. He was like, nah, I didn't know you was talking about my man here. Because he was already cool with my man Spank.
Oh, okay.
So it was like once everything, it just all connected.
Yeah,
then it's like, yo, you know what, Super?
And Super's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's a
Super.
good guy.
Yo,
Bronx nigga. So.
Let me tell you, man, if it wasn't for Super, I say this for everything. Like, if it wasn't for Super, it wouldn't be no Vinnie Idol.
Really?
Word, Super, and I gotta say on the locks, like the whole deal, because Super really was like, he was really the nucleus of, I didn't know the business. So I wouldn't have did the television stuff, my commercials, or everything I was doing was do Mario because of the relationships he had with like the different people.
Yeah, and he don't mind sharing love, because that,
Nah.
I want to educate y'all to something. Like, one thing about the Bronx and Bronx people, when they connect and the vibe is good, we don't mind passing the plug. Am I saying it right, Vin?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Super back when he was trying to get on Bad Boy. Shout out to my man King George from Mount Vernon. Super will tell you that me and King George took, Super was hanging out with this other light-skinned curly-haired dude, and we took him to a Bad Boy party because he was just dying to get on Bad Boy and all that. And he'll tell you the story, and I'm so proud of Super because we took him to the party, but Super took it to a whole nother level, found a way to get on Bad Boy, got on the street team, worked his way up, and he worked his way up crazy because when Mace was in the transition of leaving Bad Boy, you know, he took over All Out Records. And all that. He was like the president of All Out Records.
He was there,
I might not
baby.
remember that.
Yep,
but Mace
All
had
Out.
All Out Records, and
Yeah, he did that,
Super Mario was the president.
Yep, I got to
So,
check over there too.
you know, he learned all
Facts.
that, and I'm so proud of him. Shout out to the whole Co-op City and all that. Got mad love for them. He's from Co-op and all that. But
What's going on with him now? Is he still in contact?
Yeah,
with
Super's doing well, man.
Okay.
He got the guy from Stranger Things, the black kid, the star.
oh, right.
Yeah, he got him.
Stranger Things guy,
like
the little
he's
kid.
Super's
Right.
good.
Yep.
Like
With the little kid with the afro.
Yeah,
whatever.
man,
Yeah.
Super's good. He's doing a couple of moves. He's good, man. Like you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
shout
Yeah,
out to
Harper,
him.
yeah, with that's his man. You know. they
Yeah,
all together.
man. Yeah,
Shout
nah,
out to
Super's
Harp.
good, man.
Yeah.
Like he's
Okay.
he's definitely like he's here. He's in and out, but
Okay,
he's still
so
working.
he Soup glued you. Soup glued you.
Yeah, Soup. That's who, bro. Like I said, that's the nucleus of it all. Like I didn't. He was the one. Yo, Vin, you got 5 on this. You got 6 on this album because he was pressing it. He had the beats. Bomb. I was just signing paperwork, bringing the tracks.
Let's
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Bringing the
I'm
files.
gonna do what I do.
That's it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
shout out to Super, man. It wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for him because he definitely took me under the wing.
Okay.
Like
okay.
to the fullest. When it wasn't no bread and my studio bill was due,
Yeah.
yo, Soup. Word, next
Oh,
time
like
I'll make
that.
something happen. Bah, bah,
All right, don't worry about it.
Word,
That's
make
what it's
something
about.
happen.
And
Yo,
you
you
know
got
that-
another beat? Send me that beat.
I'm
Send
glad.
it.
I'm glad you
Rent his
said
page.
that because there's real niggas out here that's not on that type of time.
Yeah.
And that's dope that you could say that like, and y'all bounce off each other. Because
Mm-hmm.
dudes, that cloth is like slowly
going
going.
on.
Yeah,
It's
It's
discontinued.
very little.
it's
right
out of
now.
here for that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
discontinued.
very little.
Yeah.
definitely.
So, what's the last biggest artist you worked with?
last biggest one I gotta say is, of course, the Nims, the Bing Bong shit. I definitely had a big, had a hand in that one.
Nims Bing Bong?
Yeah, that was the Bing
I'm
Bong.
so old school, I'm outdated.
Yeah, I don't know how you know that. It
Nims
almost
and Bing Bong.
ended
You
up
know
the
Nims
next
and Bing
anthem
Bong?
and all of that. The Bing Bong song, yeah, man, by them. It almost ended up the Knicks anthem, brothers.
Really?
Yeah,
Where they from?
man, he's from Coney Island.
Really? Brooklyn?
Yeah, bro.
You gonna make me Google him
That was
tonight.
this summer, yeah. That's why I'm like, yo, this, you know,
Okay.
we still
So
working,
look out,
man.
you tell me, look out for Nim's Bing Bong.
That man, that was this summer, man. You missed that,
Wait, I think, now that you say that, I think I remember hearing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
trying
know
to
what?
say.
He right.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because I was on the road. Yeah, you right.
That came out of nowhere. I ain't gonna hold you. Like of all the records that I've been doing,
And
like
you
the
produced
response
that?
to that, yeah,
Okay, Vinnie Idol.
all day.
Go.
Like, yo, we
Y'all
on
need to
set
hit
all
up
the
my guy,
time,
Vinnie
bro.
Idol.
We ain't
Hit
sleeping,
me up.
man. You know, we ain't sleeping.
I might be doing some producing for Vinnie Idol. I'm his manager on the low.
You know, I'm humble with it, man. I'm humble with it, man. You know, that's one of the joints, man. But you know what I'm saying? You know, we still, we still flying.
So, let's get into something with all these guys who be rapping and making beats. Vinnie Idol, did you ever have a real job?
Mm-mm.
Did you've been just doing the beats, the tracks, no real job?
Nah, never had a real job.
That's
I never
dope.
filled out
That's
an
dope.
application.
That's
I mean,
That's dope.
I still got a job. I mean, because it's something that I love. Because I'm a musician, I still play on Sundays drums. So I still,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying like
That's
a
a
job.
job,
You gotta
like,
go in and clock in.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
And
hear what's
Sundays,
going
what, at
on?
church? Play at church? Okay, that's what's up.
Do y'all
Play
hear
too.
what's going on here? Vinnie Idol had no real job. He got bread.
Listen.
I googled his net
listen,
worth,
man. Nah,
and
man.
I'm not
That'd be
gonna
lying,
talk about
man.
it right
that
now.
stuff be lying.
Unless he want to bring it up.
That
We'll
stuff.
leave that to you. You Google it.
Them little things be
All I'm
capping.
saying is Google Vinnie Idol net worth. Shit
Capping,
is
man.
serious.
Probably, yo. Them things be lying, man. You can't. Don't listen to that, B.
So Vinny, so let's just say, so when was the time when you realized that in the industry it's like not what you know is who you know? You know, like when did you realize, when was your first taste of like knowing that besides your talent, because your talent ring bells and you do what you gotta do, but when did you realize it was just a little bit more than talent, that you really gotta know certain people in certain situations to get
Not
you
gonna hold you once the boat slowed down, meaning like the run we had, like the D Block mixtape run, once everything slowed down after that, that's when I realized it's really not about the talent. Because mind you, I just told you, it's like Mario was doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like me, it's like, yo, my phone ain't ringing for none of this.
Yeah.
But when this is popping, like we had work galore.
Yeah, galore.
So it is about the people, you know, like you gotta know that talent, because like I said, even in these times, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because everybody, you could have the nigga pull up with his computer right there on the spot and play some crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, we going with that one.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And he know the right person, or vice versa. You could play something crazy and just the right person is not there, and it's a waste. You know what I'm saying? You know, or a whack person to come play a whack beat, but the right person was there who caught a vibe to it and turned it to something else. So the wave is totally different now, bro, from back then. So you gotta know. And for you to get these bags, it's so much of a closed, how it is now, it's so like a closed thing. You gotta know somebody, bro, because it ain't that much space.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
Industry is
I can
small.
believe it. Yeah, it's different.
There's a million producers, a million rappers, a million
Record
niggas want to be
companies is
A&Rs.
obsolete now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They done got, I like it better when the streets was kind of controlling it. Because, you could go to a hustler to go press up wax for you, put up some money for you, you know what I'm saying, and get a good look. But it took away that, man.
That's over.
So now it don't leave room for a new artist really unless you got an extra bag and
Niggas
connect
think
it.
they can get their own machine, but like,
Yeah.
nah, I can do my own stuff. I don't need you.
Exactly.
So
changed.
So when it comes to artists, like who would you say over the years is the best artist you work with, as far as like just work ethic, delivery, just somebody you was in the studio and you was like, oh man, I love to work with this person, man.
I don't want to create no enemies, but nah.
Okay, so give me
I
the top
gotta
three.
say,
Give me top
everybody,
three
man.
then. Give me top three then. Top three. That's better. Top three.
It's hard for me even to give you top three because I end up like having a relationship with the artist. So it's not just we go in and make some, oh, he's crazy, let me give him these balls, is crazy. Because now it just turns to almost like a family thing with everybody that I work with. So it's hard for me to be like, yo, nah, he's it. Because everybody got good and bad days, man.
Right. So you worked with Dice Peso, right?
Yeah, Dice is my man.
Dice, shout out to Dice Peso. Dice Peso's my guy. I've been following Dice Peso for at least, I think back in 2016. Well,
congrats to Dice too, man, because he made it happen during the COVID too. Let's add that in there.
Let me back it up on Dice Peso, because Dice Peso, what is it, Money Bus Bread? Mm-hmm. That circle. And so I'm checking Dice Peso out, like, because I was doing Barcelona Bites. Remember Barcelona Bites? That club. I'm doing that in 2016.
Where's that, in the Bronx?
Yeah, in the Bronx. But Dice Peso, I knew about him 2014. I'm like, yo, this young dude, he talking slick. He doing mixtapes. He like talking real slick, but like a what's that? Like R&B melody / rap, like kind of sort of thing. And I go to Atlanta for Bronx Day in Atlanta, and he's out there. These niggas is running it up. You know,
that's what they do.
The Money Boys Bread crew. No, his crew. They running it up. He got Hocus for a Fifth with him. Shout out to Hocus for a Fifth. Sound you and all that.
Yes, sir.
And yo, they running it up. So we showing each other love. You know, I'm older than them, but you know, I know the older dudes that they with, and it's all love. They used to come to my spot, Barcelona Bites and stuff like that in the Bronx. And when I checked it out, Google, like you worked with him. So how was that experience with him?
With Dice?
Yeah.
Dice is cool, man. We didn't really get to like really zone out like that in the lab. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But nah, Dice, you know, he's a Bronx brother, man.
Yeah.
Cool, you know, like. I even come in this come up because, like I was saying before, he did it during the COVID. Like,
he did it during the COVID, got signed, right?
Yeah.
They gave him a deal, right?
Gave him a deal. Jim stuck to his word. He told him, give him a certain time, and he did it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But Dice, Dice, Dice is cool, man. Good people.
So, I seen you also did some work with Shooter from Harlem, right? You did work with Shooter. Shooter's my guy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with Shooter?
Another animal. You know what I'm saying?
Shooter, real nigga.
Shooter, he's an animal. That's my boy right there.
Shooter got a lot going on. Like,
yeah, Shooter's right there.
I love his energy.
Yeah, he got his thing. You know what I'm saying? He found his niche.
Yeah.
He don't need the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm locked in with him all day.
Right. You did something with French, right?
This is back then. This is back then, French Montana, yeah.
French.
Bro, like French Chinks, like I was even with Chinks Drugs. I was doing Chinks Drugs when it was Gutter and Chinks, him and my man Gutter, his cousin.
It was a beat with French Montana. I think they was battling for the beat with Dipset or something like that.
Yeah, that's back then.
Oh, that was back. Yeah,
that wasn't. I didn't have nothing to do with that, but yeah.
I gotta tell you the year 2000. I'm going in my notes, 2015, right? It was a battle with the beat. I think Dipset had the beat, but then he wanted the beat or something like that, right? To that recollection. Am I saying it right? Okay. All right.
It was some to that,
and I'm
some to that sort, you know.
And I'm so happy. Shout out to that Jimmy and French squashed that beef, and they was able to do something and get together and everybody unified. I'm just so happy of the state that Jimmy's in right now.
Yeah.
And I like what he's doing with Mainovent. And everybody's is just the love in New York is just so real and pure. So shout out to Mainovent, Jimmy, French, the homie they said is about to come home. What's the young boy from Harlem? Frenchman. They got all the time.
Oh yeah, homie.
Who was that?
The Wave God.
Max B.
Shout out to Max B. I'm cool with his family.
Yeah, I joined some Max too, man.
Shout out to
you got to join with Max?
I joined with Max. Him and Jim was on the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was doing records from back then, like heavy mixtape, like heavy, bro.
Right.
Like the name's heavy. That's
my man told me, my young boy was like, yo, Vinnie Idol did the whole Styles P joint. Yo, he's a fan of you. He did not know you was from the Bronx, bro. He was like, yo, I thought he was from LA.
Nah,
and I was like, nah, he's a Bronx nigga. I know this nigga. He was like, nah, Mike, you lying. He from LA. Word to mother.
Yeah.
Like, argued me down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The first one to lock in was me and Luz, but once me and P it was like,
yeah, stop.
Yeah,
Styles
it was
is a beast. Like
yeah.
he's on
me and him.
level.
He just.
How did y'all meet, you and Luch?
Same thing, do Mario.
Mario,
Okay,
Super
okay.
Mario.
Do Soup, you know what I'm saying?
Super Mario.
And this is when the D-Block thing was first starting off, you know what I'm saying? So I was definitely in,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, around for that one, because that's when, you know, they left Bad Boy, then they left Rough Riders at that time.
That's dope, that's
So I was right there,
That's dope,
you know what I'm
that's
saying? You know, just in-house, man.
So real quick, you starting to get big checks. We go back to the big check thing, right? You getting big checks. What would you say is one of your first big purchases? Did you go get a car, jewelry, a fur coat? Like
Nah.
what was one of your first big purchases, or you just under the radar? Because
Nah.
some people are just under the radar. They don't do the clothes, the jewelry.
No,
the
no, of
cars.
course we did all of that, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but I was still more of, I'm gonna put it back into what I always wanted in life. So I was throwing
Music.
my money in studios.
Oh, so you rather big check? Let's get this studio
Back to the
going.
studio, get a new
Let's get
place,
the studio,
equipment.
Let's get the equipment.
Now I
We
could
got
go buy
studio.
the $100 a pop record to sample. I could go to the big
Oh,
stores,
so,
eat, and
so
I'm going
you
to
was
that.
like business down to the T.
I was, yo,
to make
bro.
them more money. That's smart.
I mean, of course I blew.
Cause a nigga like me,
I didn't know no better.
Cause a nigga like me, I don't have no poise. When I get big money, I'm gonna get a car. That's just me.
But see, that would have been
And
me
then
if it
the
was a
next
bigger
step-
bag though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had
If
to
it was a bigger bag, that would have no lie. That would have been me because I was already.
So what would you call a big bag then? Like if they give you like 150,000?
Yeah, off the rip, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was already about to make a stupid move and go buy a Benz that run off of diesel fuel off of Boston Road when I got my first check.
Boston Road,
I was
yeah,
about to
car
make that move. You know the car you gonna buy to hold a Benz? I can get that for 5,000 right now. I got that in my pocket.
That's a
But it
fact.
was off of diesel fuel. I got diesel. I'm like, nah.
Don't
You
know
know
you
what I'm
gonna
saying?
smoke the joint up
Yeah,
inside.
keep it
You blow it out, man. Stinking and shit.
Yo, that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? I was
keeping
about
it
to
so
go.
real right now.
Yo,
You
that-
keeping it
that's the type of
real.
time
What
I
we
was
do for the
on,
life,
man.
it's lifestyle, right? Crazy.
So tell these young boys that's coming up in the game. Did you hear what he just say? You reinvested in you, and that takes a lot of pause to do that. Cause I don't know.
It takes a lot of smarts.
I don't know if I could do that.
Focus.
I'm definitely getting the car or the front
Yeah,
coat
but see,
or the
it-
Rolex.
A lot of it has to, you know,
Jumping
do-
out the window. No parachute.
Yeah, it just had to do with my environment. You know what I'm saying? Really, because I was around like just people who wanted to be artists, diehard artists at the
Oh, okay,
time.
that played well.
So I was
Okay.
just thinking about my crew. Yo, we need a studio record. We need this because you know, like I said, it was fundamental fun days. We in the car smoking, listening to a beat, freestyling all night. Like I was with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Okay.
all I kept in mind. If
Okay.
I would have been with a different crew, like, nah, you need that car, man.
Okay, gotcha.
Another chain or something. Then it would have been
gotcha.
different. Like, oh, word, I gotta play the part.
Gotcha.
Now I gotta go and get the car, blow the
Gotcha.
money on the whip. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha.
But I like I said, I just wanted music stuff, bro. I'll go get a brand new drum set. I'll go all the way downtown, get a van just to get a big board.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I know is obsolete by next year. I'll still go and get it just to be like, yo, this is always what I wanted to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I'll go still. I'm getting equipment. I need something new. You can put that money down on the car, but nah, that new MP came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The new Mac, I need.
You invest in yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather do that because I know it's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, and you know that's just how it is, bro.
Artists. What's the last, like, you know, we coming current right now because we in the 2020. So what's the last, like, name brand artist that the viewers would know that you worked with?
Just told you
That
that.
you gave a beat.
The NIMS joint.
Oh, the NIMS.
It went viral.
NIMS.
Like, you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like,
What
I got
do?
tracks, Benny, everybody. I got, you know what I'm saying? Conway, Shooter, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hattie, everybody.
The
like-
dudes from where they from?
yeah, they
Conway
from
and-
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I got.
They
We
on fire
got.
right
We
now.
got tracks with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Yeah, Griselda. We got tracks. We got tracks with like a lot of them.
Come on, tell what's going
You know
on,
what I'm
Vinny. You
saying?
being a little bashful.
we in a loop. Nah, I'm saying we in a loop, but it's just not mainstream. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, okay,
And that's probably just due to me. I don't put myself out there like that.
But
Bro.
it's
Yeah,
no problem,
that. Why
You
is
time
that,
tested.
Vinny?
You know how to manipulate the game so it works.
Yeah.
But why is that? Like,
Because
why?
coming up, man, they always been weirdos. Like the dudes that I met that was popping then, they always been like weirdos to me and had like a chip on their shoulder. Conceited, like So I said, yo, if I ever was to get a little light, like I don't want to be like these niggas because we don't like these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they.
So you more of a people's person. You
Yeah, I want, and, you know,
people.
to a fault. Yeah, I'm more of a
Nothing
people's
wrong with
person.
that.
Like, I love the people, bro.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
good.
And
That's
that's
good.
what
I love the
That's
peoples,
good
bro. You know what I'm
information.
saying?
That's
I love, you know, like I said, we coming up in a different game. I'm on 232nd. I see Slick Rick buying 40s. All his jewelry
Yeah,
out,
hold on,
he
hold
ain't
on.
fronting. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact.
I'm like, nah, this
Exactly.
is
That's
the
a
nigga I want
fact.
to be
It's
like.
powerful.
No, that's
You
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? Whoever's right at the line, he's paying for everybody food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this is.
Exactly.
And then I met assholes. You know what I'm saying? Nah, get these niggas away from me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to nobody. I never wanted to be like that, bro.
Plus, you got a good
Vinny-
foundation. You came from a good
Vinny,
family.
I think
good everything.
I think you need to do something with Slick Rick. Bring him back.
Man, sick, man. What could I do, man?
What can't you do with him?
Yeah, I'm just saying he's established. You
Come
know,
on, man.
he's
You can do
established.
something
You know,
with Slick, man.
You can do something with Slick.
You can
Yeah.
do something with Slick. to bring
You're
him
gonna
back.
need Jay
Give him a
behind
nice
him.
slick
Bring him
joint.
back in the
to Bring him
mainstream.
back in the mainstream. Come
Yeah.
on, he from right there, 233rd.
I mean,
but
listen,
on
man,
the
line
other
it up.
side-
We can make it happen. Line it up. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Yo, Slick,
he was
man.
one of the
You see
role
what I'm doing
models.
for you, Slick?
He was one of the role
Somebody
models.
shout
man.
out Slick, man, real quick.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
That's it. But that's just it, bro. That's just it with me, man. I never wanted to be that.
What's next for Vinnie Idol besides music? Is there anything going on in the pipeline or you want to talk about right now?
That's hard to
you
call.
want to really promote right now? You got a restaurant coming out?
That's hard to
I'm
call,
just trying to
man.
shoot something
Nah. You're definitely right, but
Yeah,
it's just. I would just say, man, just follow me to see what's, because I can't predict nothing right now.
Okay.
And even when you put it out there, sometimes it gets sabotaged.
Yeah.
So you just gotta make the move and then bang, check the grand opening. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like I don't want to bring up nothing. That nigga was capping. You know what I'm saying? You see that interview? That nigga ain't did that yet.
I dig that. I can
Yeah,
dig it.
you know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
dig it.
But
you
just
want to jinx yourself.
yeah, I want to jinx. It's you know the new year, so I just like I told man earlier, I'm just gonna do whatever I did the year. I'm not gonna do this shit.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try everything new, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get new money. You gotta just, you know, if it takes new friends, if it takes new plugs,
Right.
it's just you gotta move different now, bro.
Right.
And that's just for me. That's what to expect out of Vinnie Idol. Just
Right.
different new stuff. I'm gonna tap, you know, not tap out, but I'm gonna just go into other places, a little more R&B. You know what I'm saying? Might, you know, fool around with the young boys a little bit, pause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the drill and all of that, cause I still could do it all. I'm not like, some of these old niggas don't like doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I tap in, bro.
I want to hit you with what one of the fans said. So they said, what would you say is the biggest challenge to stay relevant and involved in the industry right now, being in the game for 20 years?
Staying relevant. Really, I guess I could give out, you know what I'm saying, a little of what I
Yeah, a
do.
little bit. Yeah, you give it out.
Really,
Give them something real quick.
I don't put myself in a box, meaning I don't just chase the popping artist or whoever major at the time. You know what I'm saying? Or like I kind of like deal with the ground up, so the upcoming artists who may have a little buzz.
We know you do
So
that.
you know that's what I do to stay relevant, because you got to, because you don't know who's gonna hit nowadays, bro.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like they get hit tomorrow. Like yo, that dude was just trash.
Exactly.
20 years of his whole life.
Right, that's all.
But you know what I'm saying? With the 21, he's on fire.
Like you could do something for, you know what I like? I would like to see you do something for Jack Harlow. I like that guy.
See, which is
I like Jack Harlow.
which is doable.
Got himself a New Balance deal too.
Yeah, which is doable. But even so, you gotta really realize, dealing with a lot of them, they got a story too. So they got a team behind them. It's hard for you to really infiltrate as a producer. You really gotta be locked in, and it goes back to the people
Back
you
to
know.
like the people you know.
You got 1 million producers.
Relationships, yeah, the relationships.
And some got teams already. I'm going to the studio. They already got
they
a guy
set
that's
it.
keyboard.
Yeah, they said it.
No, know what I'm saying? Like Scott Storch, he doesn't, but he got somebody doing the drum programming. So it's like it's set up already. So you really got to kind of like, savvy yourself into them. Be cool, talk to them. You might have to sit out 5 sessions, just be around in the background until my time come up. Yo, Vin, you think you could program these drums? Next thing you know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just what you have to do to stay relevant like that. You got to play a position. Get a crew. I would say get a crew. The reason I say that is because I banked everything on D Block. You know what I'm saying? Like I still faithful, loyal to it.
Right.
I'm gonna produce everybody over here, even the ones coming up. I'm gonna do everybody over here because I seen the light. When you spreading yourself trying to chase everybody to place a beat, it's not gonna work. You're gonna go crazy, bro.
Did you produce J Hood?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when he was. You know what I'm saying? Even the single that he tried to put out was one of my beats. You know what I'm saying? That he got from my man like recently. You know what I'm saying? So.
But even when he put it out, you had to get the credit for it.
Yeah, I got the credit.
Anyway.
You know, of course, I made the call. Like, you know, this nigga got to be like, it wasn't no hate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it's business.
Yeah. It's business at the end of the day, you know. But all money ain't good money, all the time.
So what are some of your accolades? Like, you ever won any awards or any type of things for your work?
Man, I never got no Grammys, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just got a Spotify plaque, for 25 million recently.
What was that about?
You know what I'm saying?
25 million streams?
Yeah, it's 25 million streams. I'm sure there's some more out there, but that's just something they put together. Yeah, collective.
Okay, collective.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's more than that. That's probably just a couple of.
That's a lot of streams.
That's the ones that they calculate.
Collective? That's a lot.
That's dope.
And it's definitely more, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you got an award, like, what do you get for that? Like,
A little plaque.
Yeah.
That's it.
no check.
Nah, come on, you know about the point system with that.
Now, but that
Streams
plaque
is
means something
pennies.
though, because that's
Yeah, streams is pennies. You can have a million streams all you want. You get $10, B.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen,
The plaque is something. That's definitely.
talking to Vinnie Idol, we're going to come back. Stay tuned. Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, baby.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. So we back. Nothing but love show. We're putting live from Moneymike in Mount Vernon, New York. We here with Vinnie Idol, my man,
Love.
Mainovent, and we diving in. Mars, got a question for Vinnie Idol. Shoot it to Vinnie Idol.
So, the question I have, you mentioned DMX, you know what I mean? A lot of people said DMX always has stories. Anybody who ain't got DMX always has this type of story. So what type of stories you have when you mention DMX?
I don't got no stories to DMX, honestly, because by the time I came around, it was, you know what I'm saying? That was like, he was already out of here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Big star. So I don't really, only story I could tell you is when he came to the Bronx, just popped up on a block. You know what I'm saying?
Right, he came to the
over
block.
there,
Yeah, I
just,
remember that.
was cool as hell. But
Right, I remember that.
besides that, nah, I ain't really got no stories on X, man, you know?
Okay. You also said, well, honestly, the credits, it says producer,
Mm-hmm.
but some of them says musician. So I wanted to get your idea as a producer. What's the difference between a producer and a musician?
Big difference.
Explain it.
Big difference. There's even three of them, a producer, beat maker, and musician. So the difference between the musician and the producer, musician is more hands-on, meaning a producer could do the same thing, but a musician is more focused on, let me learn the new keyboard riff, chords, you know what I'm saying, drum chops. That's more musician. A producer is, not saying a musician can't do it, but a producer is, I'm hired to do a job to produce a song from start to finish. If I gotta bring in somebody to play the drums, even though I play, but somebody play better than me for the feel I need, I hire him. Beat maker, I make beats all day, I'm on a computer, you know what I'm saying? Not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a difference. Like the beat maker gives over his files to get mixed. A producer is hands-on. We're there, I don't want that vocal in there, she sound crazy, take that, you know what I'm saying, that out. So there's a big difference, man, you know what I'm saying? Musician, I'm just there to focus on the chording, what's in the scale, you know what I'm saying, playing this, so it is kind of everything plays a part of with everything, musician and producer, so really, that's it. But a producer, and I think some people get it misconstrued, it's about just making beats, which is not. Producer is by all means, you gotta make whatever happen, even if you gotta come out your pocket to make this song go. That's what you hired for. We gave you the butt, you know what I'm saying? That's what a producer is. I need somebody to come in to sing that part because I can't get the sample cleared. I gotta find a singer for that. Big difference, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, nothing wrong with it. Beat maker, you just making beats, you know what I'm saying? But producer, you're responsible. Your duties to the label is to cut the record from top, and if it don't, it was on you.
Okay.
All right. Another question I have, right, is drill music and, back in the day music. more importantly, how you feel about it. What's your thoughts on drill music? A lot of people sampling. You know, you said that you did a little Billy Idol sample and stuff like that. But what's your thoughts on now taking it overboard with the sampling?
I mean, honestly, I like the sonic, man. I'm all about sonics with the music, so I'm with the drill. The drill is just kind of like hip hop on like extra steroids on drugs, like really, like from where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because we had our thing as a youngest. We wanted to hear certain. If we didn't hear that certain loop in the background, you know, to make us, you know, whether it was the WAP or the Running Man or something,
Right.
it's something that was incorporated in the background of that beat that we know, yeah, that's it, that kept us.
Right.
So it's the same thing with the drill. It's just for the younger. The drill ain't made for niggas like my age. I'm not gonna be getting sturdy. I'm too. I can't do the moves. You know what I'm saying, you get Charlie horses. You know, we get stuff like that at our age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, even if you work out, we're not doing all of that type of moves. So that's more of a youngin' thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I still dig it because it's part of the culture. It comes from the streets. We love what came from the streets, so we can't look down on it. It's just us, like on steroids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Demon time, rather.
Yeah, it's demon time. It's just us, like on a million, bro.
Yeah, I love the music.
So
too.
real quick, so you in the game, you at the height of your career, right? And you see another rap producer making beats, come out with something fire, and you're like, yo, I gotta step my game up. Could you remember a person like that? That you said like, yo, damn, he got that heat. I gotta step it up.
Bro, I say that to this day because that's how you gotta.
No, but at the height of Vinnie Idol, could you remember that? Was there somebody that you was like,
Yeah,
damn?
there was a few of them.
Like who?
Pharrell, Swiss. I was still, even though my name was ringing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like dumb. Like, mind you, I'm in the studio with other dudes. I'm watching Swiss get 30, 40 racks in the street in paper bag, bro. In the Mace, the brown bag from Mace. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing him get that in front of my face, like, yo.
And he came
one track.
And he came under the tutelage of KP. You know what KP is. So you know, am I saying it right? Do I know a little something? Do I know a little something?
Yeah, P Killer is definitely, you know what I'm saying, another unsung hero. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, KP was the man, and then he came up because, you know, he a Boston Road dude. You know, all my Boston Road niggas. Shout out to Boston Road. They love him and all that. So you understand where I'm coming from?
No, I
know
definitely
what I'm
understand.
saying?
Like,
so,
but I never. That's one thing I never had. Like, I never was like even like a hater of or
you
like,
and Swiss alright or y'all?
Yeah, we
like,
definitely. Yeah.
Y'all speak, y'all rap, y'all you know.
Nah,
like,
we don't. I ain't gonna say
okay,
like we
okay.
like. Know what I'm saying, but I've ran into him.
I mean, y'all should because y'all it's some Bronx shit going on. I'm just saying.
But he knows.
Swiss,
he knows.
I'm just
of
saying,
Vinny.
Swiss. I'm just saying.
He knows of Vinny, but you know,
Yeah.
to me, he's like one of the gods to me.
Yeah, for sure,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
He invented his. He came
for
with his
sure.
own sound. You know what I'm saying? From
Right.
ground up.
Right.
So I definitely respect. He's one of the idols out like coming up. I was like, yo, nah,
Yeah.
I need his run.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
He was one of them. Like, nah, I need
Nah, his
his
shit
run.
was on steroids, and it was good timing.
Yeah, good time, and who you know.
Good timing,
It's
who you
all,
know.
and that was the days of.
Yeah.
You got
That was the
somebody
days.
stick them in there. We're doing the whole album,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
coughing
yeah,
our whole budget.
Yeah, the whole budget.
Now we
We'll
can't
give you
get
the whole
that.
budget.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can't get that. You know, he was
Yeah.
right time, right place. You know what I'm saying? You know, I caught the tail end of that. You know what I'm saying? I caught the tail end of that. Like, you know, when it was going kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like this. You know, it was cool. But that was one of my role models, Swiss.
Right.
Yo, all of them, man. Even down to Buck Wow. I used to see him pass me in the X5 all the time. I'm sitting on the block.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucking Buck.
Yeah, Buck.
He got
Yeah,
another
Buck.
BMW? Like, yo, word?
Buck, and you know, it's so funny you say that. Like, it's a circle. So Buck is cool with Showbiz. That's his man. You know what I'm saying? Showbiz used to come to Edenwald to get his hair cut from this kid named Ty. You know what I'm saying? So I met Showbiz through my man Justice from the Avenue.
Shout out Show, yeah.
So you know, it's a connection. And then AG is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Showbiz
Right.
AG is my cousin and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know that. So I already knew Showbiz. Me and Showbiz had the same bands. the same Lone Hearts and all that with the rims and all that. I'm reminiscing. So what? I want to reminisce because I can.
Yeah, let it be
You
known,
know what I'm
man.
saying? And yeah, that's just I had a moment right now. But Vinny, top 3 when you was coming up, like before you really got on, who would you say was some of the beat makers that you was like you said, I think you said, but you mentioned Buck Wild.
Mhm.
Who would you say is like 2 more that you was like, yo, they doing their thing
Man.
on top of Buck Wild back then that you
Back
can
then,
remember
on top
vividly?
of Buck, I mean, I give him, Pete, for sure.
Yeah, Pete was on fire.
Pete was one of them.
He was on
Primo was
fire.
definitely.
Primo
Of course, I gotta
definitely on
have my
fire.
cousin Dave in there.
Well,
He was your
yeah.
inspiration, basically, right?
Yeah,
Game,
Pete was
right?
definitely a heavy
No,
inspiration.
Pete came out of nowhere. He was on, and then he was on fire.
Yeah, like he's definitely
connected at
him
the
and
time.
Marley was like
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ones that used to be like my
They was
eyes
connected.
like yo, and then Primo came like that was
And
like
then Primo,
another
no,
monster.
Primo was in like it was. That's the connections. Like it goes back to connections, like what you're saying.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but Primo, it was definitely Pete Rock. I gotta say Pete Rock.
Primo, Marley was.
Primo, Marley.
Marley
that-
was a little before them. That was like an exclusive connection. He had that run, that late '80s, early '90s, and then Pete and Primo and them took over.
Yeah, and you had Howie T, because he was doing all of the Chubb Rock stuff. Like I used to just tap
Chubb
into
Rock was classic. I
yeah,
love
like
Chubb-
a
I
lot
love
of the
that Chubb Rock
producers. I
album.
really used to look for the producers on the album.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? To
That
me,
Chubb Rock
even
album
one of
was
the ill
classic.
niggas is
That
Eric
was
Sermon
classic.
to this day.
No, that was classic. Chubb
Yeah.
Rock. I love that.
Eric Sermon too. All the EPMD joints he
Yeah,
did.
Eric Sherman.
He was a
I knew
beast.
Eric Sherman was gonna do good when they split with Paris. I was like, Eric's gonna do good because
Yeah, he was a nucleus.
Yeah,
He was making all the beats. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, it's like just all whoever had the fire. I was just a big fan, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Hank Shockley, all of them doing Public Enemy. It's like
I can see you.
I just
and,
like good
I
music.
can see you and Eric like sitting down, like trying to make something happen.
I mean, you know, listen, you know, whatever,
You know,
man. But you know,
especially
right now
back
it gotta
then,
make sense. You know,
You know
what I'm saying?
It's a little different time warp right now, but I'm just saying maybe about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Because y'all was on the same type of time, that smooth, mellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I tapped into them over there because I was on the Blackout 2 album too with Red and Meth.
Oh, okay.
I
Got
did
you.
How About That on there, so
Got you.
I got a little going. You know what I'm saying? A little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
vibed them out.
yeah.
Shout out to my man Stack Dollar.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, I liked a lot of producers. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I never really had like who's my top 5, but inspiration was definitely Pete Rock, Primo, niggas like that, Marley. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
Buck Wild, Showbiz, Diamond D.
That's
Like
what's up.
everybody, you know, who was just moving at that time, I was just a big fan.
That's what's up.
Ain't gonna hold you.
So with your success that you had over the years, like how have you given back to the people? Like, you know, like you said, you're a people's person. You know, you love your area, you love your block. Like, have you done like charity events? Have you done basketball games? Have you had like toy drives? Like, what have you done over the years to like help the community?
Well, actually, I mean, this is like just an annual thing. I mean, I don't even eat Thanksgiving with my family because we feed the homeless every Thanksgiving.
Oh,
We've been
that's
doing
what's
this
up.
for
That's
over
what's
like
up.
20
That's
years.
what's up.
So we give back that way, of course. I mean, because like I said, I'm still church affiliated. So, you know, my
What
family.
what church is that? What church?
And this is it's called Green Pastures. It's in the South Bronx, right?
Okay.
In the Westchester Avenue, you know what I'm
That's
saying,
what's up.
ward. So,
Okay.
so, you know, that's how I give back. And plus, you know, I don't, you know, I still look out. I'll give somebody studio time, bro. Like, I'll give them the opportunity, you know, if they really got a true story. So that's, you know, I don't really do the basketball things and nothing like that. Like, I'll coach a little team during the summer, you know, for the young life, you know, we involved with that, me and my brothers. But as far as like myself, I haven't did nothing personally because
Okay.
I know it's like a timing thing for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
You know what?
a little bit of people will pop out,
think-
but with the
I
right.
think me and
But you've
Vin-
helped people out.
Yeah,
throughout
all
the years.
day.
You know what I'm saying? But on
All day.
a more so personal level, you help
All
people.
day, all day.
Because you
think-
seem like more behind the scenes, like type of
Yeah,
situation. with
that's
things,
me,
you know
bro,
what I mean?
that's
me.
Which is cool.
I think
What's up?
we're gonna do some cross marketing with Vinny.
Absolutely.
Because we know a lot of people. We're gonna do some cross marketing with Vinny, and
Absolutely.
stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
But listen, Vinny, we gotta do a part 2.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We'd love to have you back on the show.
Absolutely. You got a good story to tell, man.
Yeah, man, you know.
Yo, I'm glad you came out to Money Earning Mount Vernon. He ain't scared to come to Mount Vernon. It's all love.
Come on, man. I tell I'm like honorable. I'm honorable. Like I used to live out here, man. I'm telling you, man.
That's it. It's nothing but love in Mount Vernon.
It's nothing but
Shout
love,
out to the
man.
whole Mount Vernon. Shout out to Heavy D.
I love Mount Vernon, B.
Shout out.
Rest in peace.
You know what I mean?
I love Mount Vernon,
stay
man.
tuned. Stay locked in. Mic check, mic check.
Welcome back to the None But Love Show. So once again, you know, it's wrapping it up right now. You know, I could be reached at Mainovent. Mike can be reached at Moneymike 1996, and the None But Love Show on YouTube. So we here, man. But Vinny, why don't you tell them, you know, where the people can meet you at? And,
Yeah, man. The real Vinnie Idol, man. Instagram, man. Facebook, everything. You know what I'm saying? RealVinnyidol.com. You know, support the brothers, man. Nothing but love, B. You know what I'm saying? Support everything we do. Everybody, you know, I do.
Yes.
Production for support, man. Toast, baby. Yes, sir.
Toast. All love. Yes.
Support the real brothers be doing this, you heard?